guys, it's Dutchess. Those of you who don't know me, I'm Dutchess. This is my channel, Dutchess Divinity, and we do lots of stuff here. But we're going to do daily tarot. So I decided that I'm just going to do daily tarot. That's my cat Cornica, if you don't know her. She wants you to know she's here. I decided I'm just going to do, oh, now she really wants you to know she's here. She just hopped on up. Daily tarot whenever I feel like it. So whenever I feel like doing this, I'm just going to do it. And if you catch it and if it resonates for you, then that's wonderful. And if not, then just go ahead and leave it. Take what resonates, leave the rest. So I already set my intentions. Let me just show you Corn because she's a baby. I already said my prayer, I already set my intentions, and we will get right into it. I have my special Egyptian deck today, so that's pretty cool. And I have the Light Seers Tarot as well, and then the Audacious Angels deck that Karen gave me. Go check out her numerology channel if you haven't yet. So Spirit, what is the daily message today for those of us watching this? All right, that's good, I guess. 2 came out. Daily message, please, for those of us watching this. Wow. Okay. Okay guys, so I have a really interesting message here. I have one that pertains to the individual and also one that pertains to relationships. So this is a little bit of both here. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, I do wear this sweatshirt every day. Yes, this is my favorite sweatshirt. Sorry if it makes you uncomfortable. It makes me a little uncomfortable too, but it's very cold where I live and I just really like the fit of this, and I also like the hood on it. So there you go. Okay, so first of all, I have the Star, the Queen of Cups. I have Estartrith, Autumn, Mescanet. I also have Power Up, Wake Up, High Octane, and Eiffel Tower. So the first thing that I see here is so many of us divine feminines watching this, and even if you're not a divine feminine, you've been working on the divine feminine energy within you, but so many of us have been really working to clear, heal, and move divine feminine energy in a softer, healthier, happier way. I think society has really kind of flipped the divine masculine and divine feminine aspects on their head. I think, unfortunately, I see a lot of divine masculine energy sitting back and acting more empress-like and more, and I just saw 1, 2, 3 when I said that, and more like the divine feminine, where the divine feminine has been pushed and forced into a space where she has to be very masculine and protective of herself. And this is exactly opposite of what it's meant to be and what our place in society is supposed to be. Now, I'm not saying that in like a misogynistic or sexist way. I'm saying that in literally like the way of nature, and that we've been forced out of our natural state of being due to a society that's been flipped on its head. I think we can all agree that society has taken several turns in the wrong direction, and a lot of us are working really hard to try and get it back on track in a way that's fair and healthy for everyone. And so I see that here with the Queen of Cups and the Star, the divine feminine has been in a lot of pain. And the thing about this pain is she's been going deep. She hasn't been avoiding it. She's been going deep. She's been going within. And she's been focusing on moving her emotional energy, understanding her emotional energy and connecting to that emotional energy. I see as well that, you know, we've been working very hard on healing the inner child, because the Queen of Cups comes up as the divine mother, right? And then here with the Star card, I see it's almost like coming back to that childlike nature of innocence and wishing upon a star and believing in yourself and your dreams the way you did as a child. Remember when everything felt limitless, when it felt like you could do do anything and be anything, and the sky was the limit. That's the energy that we're coming back into right now. And even more importantly speaking, with the way that things are. So we have been in this portal from November of 2022 to May of 2023, where we are taking all the collective timelines that have been scattered and split and spread out since 2020 when things locked down. It fragmented a lot of timelines, and that's why there's so much Mandela effect and so much like weird timeline glitches and stuff. It's because they just kept fragmenting the timelines more and more by creating these weird rules and regulations and just shifting everything rapidly. So from November 2022 to May 2023, we've been collectively merging these timelines, releasing certain fragments and merging together what's supposed to come into fruition for the new earth. And so I see that during this time, the divine feminine has been working really, really hard on herself and really going deep and doing the work within and connecting to the heart space and transmuting and moving energy and deeply, deeply, deeply surrendering, letting go, and being in the flow. And because of this, this is placing us back in our divine feminine energy where we do surrender. We are the empress. We sit on the throne and we just sit back and wait. And we're taking our power back. No longer will the divine masculine just sit back and wait for the divine feminine. Honestly, it twinges this slight little bit of anger in me, thinking about how the divine masculine just got to sit around and do jack shit in my feminine energy. Like, you stole my energy, dickhead. Like, that's how I feel inside. But that's not very feminine, is it? That's that masculine energy of I need to protect myself because nobody's protecting me coming out. And so that's something that we're all moving through right now. And we truly are sitting back and transmuting and feeling our energy and surrendering and going deep, 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 deep within our heart and soul to find particularly wounds around both the mother and the father here with Astartreth and Atum. And both sides of our lineages doing that deep healing work and taking a break. And I see here with the star, it's about focusing on ourselves, healing, and our manifestations and our dreams. She literally has a string tethered to that dream, and she is pulling it in. If you can see it better, there you go. She is pulling it into the physical realm, as above, so below. And what does a divine feminine do when she gives birth? As above, so below. She literally grows a soul and a physical form inside of her body to take it from heaven and be the portal through which it comes into a physical being down on earth. And that's what we're doing here. Now, this goes back to as well what I was saying about many spirits wanting to be born right now. I had posted on Instagram and I said, can you feel all the spirit babies that want to come down into earth? If you are in a space where you want to have children and you're interested in having children, I was told that there will be a seeding, like a, sorry, my nails are kind of gross. There will be a star seed seeding. So there's going to be a mass seeding of star seeds coming this summer, particularly around the Lionsgate portal. And it looks like a lot of us divine feminine energies, as we are healing and truly sitting in our divine feminine energy, we are open to receive. Now, this can be open to receive an actual baby or a new project. It does not have to be a child. It can be the birthing of a new project, okay? And so that's what I'm seeing. And today, I'm seeing today is just a great day to sit back, relax, focus on yourself, heal, clean your house, meditate, do some nice stuff for yourself, do some nice self-care for yourself, and focus on your dreams and stay in a light-bodied energy, okay? Currently, we are in a holding period. Currently, we are in a hanged man period of time where we are truly meant to just sit and surrender and wait. We're not waiting idly. We are waiting and ready, right? And we see that here with the power up, the wake up, high octane, and Eiffel Tower. To me, this is saying this is the time to sit back while you can, because all of a sudden, abruptly, you'll be woken up and taken to new heights very, very quickly. And suddenly you're going to see things from a much higher perspective. I just heard Give me a higher love. That one. Take me to a high, whatever that song is. Give me a higher love, whatever the hell. You're getting a higher view. You're getting a higher view, and it's going to happen really fast. It's going to be abrupt. It's like it's almost like you finally settle into this surrender period. And it's like as soon as you finally get comfortable, you're woken up and taken on this speedway. Now, if you know about the analogy I use for twin flames and the motorcycle, I was on my way home from the beach one day and I saw a man and a woman couple on motorcycles. The woman was on a very fast rice rocket and the man was on a Harley with like the high handlebars. The man was following behind her and she was setting the pace. And Spirit told me the female, like the divine feminine, leads and the masculine follows and is stable and protective in the background. And when I said why, they said because if he was leading and speeding away, God forbid something happened to that woman, he wouldn't know for God knows how long because he'd be speeding away in front of her, leaving her in his dust. So a healthy masculine is always going to fall back, protect, and be the stable foundation, while the divine feminine leads the charge. And that reminds me of this with the high octane. Now here with the Astartes and Atum, as well as Mescanet, this is a balance of divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy, particularly the shadow aspects of both divine feminine and divine masculine. I feel like going through these shadow aspects of both sides of self is something that we are all doing right now, and it brings us great wealth and great nourishment as well as riches. So being rich in health, being rich financially, just being rich of self, okay? And then as far as the relationship message goes, I see that there was a woman here whose heart was broken, or a divine feminine energy whose heart was absolutely wrenched and broken, split and cracked open. And instead of turning angry, I think of Tefiti. I've been thinking of Tefiti a lot because I find myself to be similar to her from Moana, where the heart was stolen from inside her. So when Moana walked up to her and she's like, I've crossed the horizon to find you. I know your name. They have stolen the heart from inside you, but this does not define you. This is not who you are. I know who you are. And so often I feel like the heart was stolen from inside me, which has taken my ability to be the divine feminine I want to be. And I've been stuck in this monstrous, divine, angry, masculine energy that is Taka, the lava spirit from Moana. When in reality, I am Tefiti. I don't want to be angry. I want to give life. I want to be love. But my heart was stolen. My heart was stolen by the pain I've been through, by the suffering, by the abuse I've suffered at the hands of people who were supposed to love me. And you know what? The only person who can know who I am, the only person who knows my name, the only person who truly knows me, I just heard Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. I don't want the world to see me because I don't think that they'll understand. When everything's meant to be broken, I just want you to know who I am. And I strongly feel not only is that a message from you to you, that is a message from your divine counterpart to you, okay? So as I was saying, the only person who really can give me my heart back, the only person who can help me find myself, the only person who truly knows my name is me. And so I see, and I just saw 1138 when I said that, 38 breaks down to an 11. And I see that these divine feminines have gone so deep, and instead of letting this pain and suffering turn them into Taka, maybe it did turn you into a monster for a while, but you came out of that monstrous energy and you decided to take hold of yourself and your destiny and your body and your mind and your soul, and you said, that's it. This is not who I am. I want to remember who I am. I want to know myself again. I want to be the happiest version of myself that I can be. I could cry right now. And so instead of letting it change you and make you fall down this horrible rabbit hole that would be even harder to get out of, you decided eventually to start clawing your way out. And even though, seeing wasn't believing, believing was seeing, and you've never let go of your childlike innocence, you've never let go of your dreams, you've never truly let go of who you are. There you are. That's your soul right there. You're all these different soul bubbles of which you come from, the soul bubbles of source. That's you shining. I just heard shine bright like a diamond, okay? So it's like you are tethering back to who you are despite what you've been through, despite the abuse and the heartbreak and the pain. You're never letting go of who you truly are. You're reeling yourself back in. You are healing yourself. You are finding yourself. You know your name now. You don't need anybody to tell you who you are. You don't need anybody to tell you that you're lovable. You don't need anybody to tell you that, you know, it's going to be okay, because you're telling yourself it already is okay. At the end of the day, I may have no one, but I got me. And I'm a great person to have on my side. I'm the best person I could have on my side. I just saw 1333. And then here I see the divine feminine has been working on her shadow energy. The divine masculine has been working on his. And I see that as they come into more of an equal state of energetic correspondence and really being in alignment, essentially through their shadow work, they're able to build something really beautiful on a very strong foundation here that can provide a lot of wealth, nourishment, and joy, not just for themselves and their family line, but for the world. Okay? And then with power up, if you've been really strong in standing in your boundaries and not receiving less than what you're worth, and if you've truly been sitting in surrender and allowing things to happen as they are meant to happen, and truly just, you know, falling into this power up period with grace, I see very quickly all of a sudden you'll be woken from your slumber like Sleeping Beauty and taken on a journey, and soon you'll understand why you went through all the heartbreak. Soon you'll have a strong, overarching, bigger view of the bigger picture of everything that you've been through and how it got you to where you are. And I just saw 1456 when I said that. And I just feel like all of a sudden we're all just going to come out. If you've been feeling like you're in an in-between for a while, all of a sudden we're going to hop that timeline and we're going to be awoken up abruptly and taken on this spiritual journey and taken into the next phase of life. If you feel like you've been stuck in one phase of life for a long period of time, it will abruptly shift suddenly. And then what are our little charms for today? So I have a little spirit orb. So this is giving it to God. I have, let's see. All right. So the little spirit orbs to me are giving it to source. And it's also, like I said, about how we have these little pods and these little bubbles that we come into this universe in. The little pods and bubbles hold kindred spirits and souls in them that are connected to us. And so I see that it's like we're giving the situation to God, but also you're going to be rewarded with a kindred spirit or a kindred soul that truly understands you. And this could be a friend or a family member or a lover. I see here with the grapefruit, it's like very beautiful on the outside, but it's very bitter. And, you know, since Easter is tomorrow and Good Friday was yesterday, I know the Bible says something about bitterness, and even Mary means bitter. It means beloved one or bitter. And they talk about how not to become bitter at the root, I believe. So it's like you cannot really enjoy anything in life if at the core and root of your being you are deeply bitter. And this goes back to what I was saying about Tefiti and Taka. Tefiti is who she is. Taka is who she became because her heart was stolen and she was filled with bitterness. It was just a void. There was nothing left. And so it's like moving through and healing that bitterness. I also see too, like I was saying about babies, this makes me think of a little baby boy. There could be a little baby boy spirit that is around you. And also I see as well, there is someone, like I was saying with the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, I see there is someone hovering around you. I do think this little baby boy spirit here with the helicopter is hovering around you right now, but I think the masculine or the person that you would have that baby with, I think they're hovering around you and watching you very closely. So that's either astrally, you might be having a lot of dreams or synchronicities of them, or they're watching you and hovering around you, keeping a very close eye on you on social media. And here with the drink, I just feel like they're really thirsty for your love. I just heard Florence and the Machine, don't know where to put my love. And so it's like maybe they're having this major realization about the way that they feel about you, but they don't know how to come forward with this information and don't know where and how to put their love into your atmosphere. So they're just kind of hovering around with this energy. I also feel as well, if somebody had the view of you that you were thirsty or needy in the past, that view has completely changed by your behavior, by you sitting back and setting these boundaries and not accepting less than what it is that you feel that you're worth. And now their perspective on you is completely changing, and they're in a space where they'd really like to build with you because you've completely shattered their thoughts and expectations around the negative qualities that they thought you had that you didn't actually have, or maybe you didn't have as bad as they thought. Maybe you were a little needy or whatever, and that was because you didn't heal this stuff yet. But they over exaggerated these traits in you, and your behavior has completely shattered that, and they see you for who you truly are. And they're also really seeing their part in making you that way. So maybe they always had you arguing for their attention or fighting for their attention, and deep down in your heart you are not a needy or thirsty person, but you felt like they were constantly slipping through your fingers. And so it's like then you started to act out of wounding instead of out of truth. And so this was never true to begin with, and this is, like I said, shattering their incorrect perspectives of you. So that's what I have for you today, guys. I truly hope that helps you today on this Saturday. Enjoy yourself, relax, and give yourself a pat on your back because we've been working so hard. But I love you guys. Like if you liked it, comment if you have something to say, subscribe if you feel like it. I'm just going to say thank you. Thank you to my guides, guardians, ancestors, angels, star family, higher self, Yeshua, Baal, Ra, God Source, for allowing me to be the channel through which these messages flow. We thank you for the truth, and we thank you for the advice. Amal Ra, Namaste, by the power of three, Samodip, always works, always a blessing. All right, I love you guys. Bye-bye. Have a beautiful Saturday, and I'll see you when I see you. Peace! Have a Easter! And I will see you another time. Okay, bye. Love you.